All right, Mike again with the administrators. Got Lily taken care of. She needs attention. She's not very demanding, but every once in a while. Unconditional love needs a little affection. Unconditional love. That's what it's all about. And it's so hard to come by. Takes a dog. Even a cat. Cats have it. They just don't show it quite as much. Some people are dog people, some people are cat people. I'm kind of both. I like them both. I love them both. Hey, I might even be a wasp people. I saved a wasp a minute ago. I might be a wasp. I might be even a little guinea wop dago. I don't know. The guinea wop dago. Let's just cover them all. My mother was Italian. And I don't eat much spaghetti. Oh, yeah. I told you she could do a pie right. Oh, yeah. I feel... just might as well feel merry. Just might as well. See, it's up to you. You're the dealer. Like I was trying to go into this thing earlier. Got a little distracted. But, you deal your own frequency. You rev it up. And if you can live above the heart, it's easier to, then you're halfway there. Because anything below the heart is the underworld, and that is Kur, and that is hell. And they spell that K-U-R. And the other, now just take you-R by itself. You are. Or, that's ancient. Original. And we all are ancient. And we all are original. And the original sin is the moon. That's the original sin. Yeah, your scriptures are quantum physics, metaphysics, and cosmology. The Mazarah, the big wheel that keeps on turning. Nothing you can do about it. You ain't stopping it. Yeah, I was talking about the Vatican, their can of worms, the Vatican, their fake popes, fake cardinals, fake this, fake that. They got a lot of bad habits. Full of bad habits. That's why John Lennon peed on the bad habits of the Catholic Church. See, Catholic means universal. See, America, a mare. There's a horse in there. Rika. You know the Rishi? The Ricci? We were talking about water to wine. First miracle. That's the miracle you must perform yourself. That's your first miracle to achieve. And then there will be more. But see, then you will be a Noah. You will have experienced the flood. You crossed over. And you came back again. Well, what's that sound like? Water to wine. You drink a lot of water, you drink a lot of wine, drink a lot of beer. You just rent beer, they say. Oh, what a feeling it is to pee. Yeah, there's some joy there. Joy of the pea. Oh, and the pineal gland. There's a pie in your sky, is the pineal gland. G-land pineal's infinite. It's the infinite sea. Fly through the golden eye with me. But you have to do it by yourself. I can't. I really can't take you there, but I can take you there. Lead a horse to water. Mike, M. That's symbology of the horse. Symbology is a lost language and it affects the subconscious mind there. That's why they're playing with your head. Messing with your mind. Creating chaos in there. If they're creating chaos in there, you're in hell. They got you in hell. The media, they got you in hell. That's all they sell. Fear. Oh, one of those guys likes to end up the show with on a positive note. Oh, and here, let's tug at your heart before we leave, because all this other blood, death, and gore, the death count, the COVID death count, golly. I'm surprised it's really even still around. When are y'all going to figure out it's not the COVID that's killing everybody, it's the cortisol? COVID's the media is the delivery system of this influenza, this influence, this virus, this viral contagion. Fear spreads like wildfire. If it bleeds, it leads with the news, Spread good news, good things happen. Spread bad news, bad things happen. Casters. Well, let me be the talking head here for a minute. This just in. Headline. Yeah, align the crystals of your pineal gland. That's what needs alignment. Boy, we've got some crappy roads here in Oklahoma. They just can't keep up. Go down to Texas, got pretty good highways, pretty good streets in Tejas. Oklahoma roads are kind of well ridden, well driven, potholed up. I think they got to deal with the alignment companies. Now the alignment, it happens in here. You get alignment, you get that aligned. Somebody will go, what happened there? What's going on with that guy? Do it. Just do it. The red letters tell you what to do. Nobody's doing it. Reading a book, studying it, studying it, studying it, studying it, studying it, studying it. Practice. You got to practice what the preacher. No, the preacher doesn't want you to do it. You just got to go take what the red letters say and do it. Because all those characters, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Timothy, Philip, Andrew, Thomas, they're you. That's all you. You. The many facets, phases of you. Who are you going to be today? Have you made your peace with Jesus yet today? Do you know you have a role to play? I'm the backup. I'm just a little backup. Lend me your ear. I'm just here to say, Claude and Claudia were a joy to the world. Claude and Claudia were a joy to the world. Lend me your ear. Some of y'all hear that, and some of you, what's he talking about? Rustled up some bridges. Leon Russell. Claude. Leon. Turn that around. Spin it. Noel to birth. Leon is the lion, though. Leo the lion. That big dog had some claws. He had the bear claws. The cat claws. Gentle as a lamb. Hiding love in the melody. It's out there for everyone to see. Plain to see. Wore a lot of hats. A lot of hats, a lot of caps. Cappy, Capitan. What's that all about? The white caps and the white hats. You know, in your DNA. Let's go to there, Dan. We'll go to the DNA. The end of the DNA have little telomeres. And your telomeres get frayed. You don't want them frayed. You want them capped. You want a nice cap on them. You live longer that way. Hey, do you see where the prince or the, yeah, wife of the queen, king, wife of the queen. What kind of a slip was that? Husband to the queen passed away, 99, 2 months away from his 100th birthday. It's a nice long life, 99. It's consciousness. 9 is consciousness. 99 is 18. Add that up and you're back at 9 again. It's like golf. Let's talk about golf. You know, it's 18 holes, but then there's a 19th hole where you go, drink, relax, have a beverage, whatever. It's just a nice walk in nature. You gotta fill a cup. You got a stroke. You got stroke, so that's work. Like being on a ship in the rowboat. You're in a little rowboat. Or you're in a tip of canoe. Tip of canoe down in the bayou. Don't do that. Fall into the ballroom. You know what the ballroom? We covered the Subaru. Sue is you. Just like the sun. Sue is you. In is the sun. But the Baru is a crocodilian, equally at home in the land of the water. Likes to lay and ambush its prey. There's your Subaru. Forester. Legacy. Let go of my leg. A legacy. Have you been out in the forest with Odin? See, Odin has these 2 ravens calling you. Calling. Hugin and Munin. Huge, colorful genie. And your little genie. And the mini-me. And a mini genie. The Jinn. Jinn is spirits. But the genuine. The genuine. Genesis first. So your endocrine system's really the first thing that gets put together when you're born, when you're being created there in the womb. endocrine system. Endo. And it's the endocrine system that has the ability to manufacture anything necessary to heal you. That's why you don't need drugs from pharmaceutical companies. Holistic medicine, natural medicine, and quantum healing is natural. They just want to give you an opioid so that you're taking a pill. You're paying them to kill you slowly at a very expensive rate. You know, all the drug manufacturers, they sell the stuff to people here in America for about 3 times what it goes for in any other, other places. Kind of depends. We're supposed to, America, they like for America to pay for a lot of things, these other countries. I especially can't stand paying for abortion in other countries. That really ticks me off. And every Christian in the country, every believer, just thought to just say, "No, we ain't paying no taxes till you decide to do what's right and protect the least among us." Say it. It's lip service. We don't need human embryonic kidney tissue in our Doritos. Do we? I don't eat them. That's a door to insanity. Mad cow. Eat a mad cow? Or the holy cow? Krishna and the holy cow. See the holy cow? That's the Taurus field. Pluto did it. Pluto did it. Did Pluto have anything to do with it? How about Neptune, Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, the Pisces, Sagittarius, Sage and Taurus together, Sagittarius. And they burned the books at Alexandria. The libraries. It's Libra Aries. Balanced thought. I'll take you there. But you got to go in. I'll take you there, but you got to go in. See the Aleph Tav? Aleph. That's where we get the A in our alphabet. But Al means love. So the EPH. E is the essential, the essence. It's actually the quintessential. Quinny. Mighty Quinn. Yaki. Yahweh's quintessential energy. Potawatomi. Ptah first spoke. Ptui, Egyptian god. He's the guy in the center of the Aztec calendar with a fish hanging out of his mouth. That's also Fomalhaut. And that's Salem the lamb. You gonna be the lamb of Bethlehem? Bet means enter with. Salem. Lose your 2 front teeth, you can no longer say Salem, but you can still say Salem. And you take the H out of Shalom and you're back to Salem. I am not Hebrew, but I'm a Jew. I camp in the East. I dwell in the East. I burn the East wood in here. That makes me a Jew in Jubilee. So I'm in Jubilee. Call me a Jew boy. Thrifty, what was the Boy Scout thing? Cub Scouts. Thrifty with me, something in wise. Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Weebelows. What's all that stuff? I like camping. So you got to go out in the forest with Odin. Camping, out in the wood. Go out in the wood. Who's saying out in the wood? Who went back to the island? That's Leon. Master of Space and Time. Yeah. He's with us now. He hasn't gone anywhere. I'll be back. In each one of your cells, back home in Alcatraz. Now, each one of your cells manufactures about 1.4 volts of electricity. That electricity cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed or returned to sender. Return to sender. Address unknown. Because it's everywhere. Boom. There it is. See, there's enough energy right there. Power the world for the next 100 years. There is no lack. Unless you think there is. Unless you're sold on a lie. And everybody's sold on a lie. This masquerade. I noticed Joe, into multiple masks, Well, I can smell the bullshit without a mask. Some people takes 2 masks. But see, they're not smelling bullshit. They're just selling bullshit. And you're buying it by the truckload, Lori. You're buying it by the truckload there, Lori. Oh, I tell ya. If we could just see through the mayonnaise, how we've been condimented. You had to go 7 Up to the Royal Crown. I think I was talking about Mr. Tambourine. Mr. Tambourine Man is, the tambourine, that's the heart. The green tambourine, that's the heart chakra thumping. Your heart has a brain. It has neurons just like your. There'll be a little synapse in there too. That's why you should listen to your heart. And there are strings there because they're chords. Three-part harmony. That's you, Mary, and Yah. That's the harmony. Har, har, har. Har is Odin. Hare Krishna? Single eye. We're talking about the single eye. Single-eyed God. The mind's eye, the third eye. See, Potawatomi, Pata, first spoke. What? The W-A-T-T is energy. The W-A-T is a temple. It's a monastery. It's a circle. It's a place of worship. It's a church. It's a church there, Captain Kirk. Om. That is the sacred sound of creation. The sacred Hindu sound of creation. Om. Oh, the one ring to rule them all. And the M, that's Mary. Mary Magdalene, it has to do with the water and the waves. And the tsunami. I'm a boy named Sue. Why did the Sioux spell it S-I-O-U-X? S-O-U-I-X. They spell it funny. And then tsunami is T-S-U. See, I really think at one time The T, the cross, was just put at each end of words, characters, because each character means a word. And then they were just putting it in the parentheses of the cross. Now we use a C, but I think that previously it was the parentheses of a cross. It is the cross is actually the symbol for the ether, the plasma, you know. You have symbols for earth, air, water, and fire, and then the nothingness. C, and it's a cross. It's a plus sign. See, there is no upside down cross. Right now, on equinox, everything's equal, in balance. But on summer solstice, longest day of the year, the cross would move way up. It'd be up here. And then on the shortest day of the year, it would be way, way down here. Below the equator. Kind of depends on where you are, see? Which hemisphere? Which hemisphere are you in? Right? Left. Left's the carnival. Evolve. Right's the spiritual side. You know, right ascension meridian, to ascend. It's the feminine side that they've always been out to get. So you don't really have one. So everybody tries to put a he. It's not a he. It's Jesus and Mary. They're always together. Salem and Mary. Yahweh and Mary. So, walls and bridges. Yeah, we need some walls, but we need some bridges. And bridges are made with I-beams. And Leon Russell was a bridge. He was the bridges. He did some bridges. He did bridge work. A lot of bridge work. And he was a mini star. If you listen to the words, I mean, golly. I'm a follower. But he follows the one. So may the circle be unbroken. In which ring you in. I'm back up now. I'm just a backup. Can't sing much, so I can't and chant. That's the interesting thing about the cantor. He sings. So the Native Americans, they play the drum and they chant. Both ways will take you in. Oh, those dances, the Wawatusi. They are the Aquarians to take us back to the future. It's in the scriptures. I believe it's Luke 22. But they were reserved and preserved for this very special point in time. Both the Native Americans of North and South America, the indigenous, all the Hispanics, the Mexicans. Get a little latte with your Latino. I ask the question, can you see hawk in Choctaw? Can you see chakra in Choctaw? Can you hear it? Herd immunity. Yeah, herd immunity. Let's let the children have herd immunity. Take the mask off. This masquerade is bullshit. Mask marauders. Trying to traumatize the children. Don't let them have the jab. Don't take the jab. They just want to mess with your RNA within your DNA. Danny boy said this before. Say it again. It's a repeat. Repeat. That's what the news does. They repeat it often, often, often. Let me say it again. Can I say it again? And they all say the same thing. I don't care which channel you're on, which city. It's the same old story. It's the same old blues. Have you heard a rumor? It's going around town. Same old blues again. Time for some uplifting music. It's one way to get in. You can sure take you there. I think it's time to start a band. A band of gold. Get in the ring. Saturn is the one ring to rule them all, you know. So say turn and spin around. Well, let's do it the right way this time. And we'll do it right. Hey, you know the big event? You know what the big event is? You ever heard of the big event? You know, we just had one big event. The Saturn-Jupiter conjunction had a function. It was in Aquarius, by the way. No, the big event is a star that currently is spinning backwards compared to the rest. But it's slowing down. It's going to start spinning the other way, and that's going to change the whole frequency and the whole pattern here on Earth. That's the event. People are just going to be born with their third eye open. You're not going to have to go through the mission, the journey to find it, the journey within, the journey to the journey into the darkness. Now they'll be born with it, born with third eyesight. It may be a few years off. It takes a couple hundred years to really get into a new age. Doesn't just happen overnight, although it can happen with a twinkle of an eye. But, as I said, the Creator is the Aleph Tav, the Alpha to Omega. We communicate in the theta mental state. That's the ideal state. The theta mental state, if you are carried, you know how he carries you? I'll carry you. If he carries you on to Delta, 3D, Delta, that's bliss. That's a bliss state. If he carries you on to Gamma, that's transformation. Experienced by Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace, third ventricle of the mind. That's the temple. You find the Ark of the Covenant there in the mercy seat. It's all there in the mind. You have what's called a sphenoid bone, bat wings. Yeah, I'm in your bat cave now. I'm upside down in your bat cave. That's really where you see me. Resh, back there. Learn a little Hebrew, and you'll learn about Resh, and you'll learn about the yarmulke and why the Native Americans took scalps. Uh-huh. There's a correlation. War paint and war dance and coffee yours. The cross is the mark of God, and the mate is the Y. That's the Sade. Left and Sade. And that's spelled TSA. Get your TSA? Sade? And then there's the Sorte. It's a flyer. It's a big old jet airplane. They make war with. Sorties. I'm sore about that. And they soar. All right. I think we've rambled plenty. Plenty for now. And I'll go out and have a little moment of clarity in the sun. Go out in the sun and have a moment of clarity. Do a little sun gazing, you know. I'm not saying this is how it is, the way it is, but my philosophy. You look at the sun. You ever heard of floaters? You know the floaters? I think the sun does something to those floaters. The ultraviolet and the UV. That's Mary, you know. She puts out the T waves. The magnetic rays of the sun are Mary's. That's what makes you grow. You need to know a little about Fibonacci, Mendelbrot, and the Fibonacci, the golden mean. You put that into an IBM computer and you need to see it. That'll give you a little glimpse into the mind of God, but just a little one. Fibonacci. There's your Fibber. You got any Fibber? Fibber McGee. You heard of Fibber McGee? And his closet? Symbology people. Fibber McGee in his closet. Well, Fibber, you know, had everything was in his closet. He's always going to have to clean the closet. But whatever he needed, he'd go open the closet and tons of stuff would fall out, but what he needed would typically fall right in his hands. Okay? Think about it. Fibber McGee. And the Mac Daddy. And see, the ghee is clarified butter. A ghee is a fast horse. A ghee is a two-piece suit, typically white for martial arts. McGee. Maggie May. And me and Bobby McGee. Take it away, Leon. Yeah, we'll be back with more of this.